The legal debate started in 2016 with the so-called metering policy at the extremely overcrowded San Ysidro border crossing. Immigrants were told they had to wait in Mexico to claim asylum. The policy was ruled illegal in 2022 under a federal judge's interpretation of federal law that says any immigrant who is physically present in the United States or who arrives in the United States, whether or not at a designated port of arrival, may apply for asylum.
The basic question is, what does it mean to arrive in the United States?
The U.S. Supreme Court will now have the final decision on whether or not federal law requires an immigrant to physically be on U.S. soil in order to claim asylum. And if so, can federal agents simply block immigrants from setting foot in the United States at pedestrian crossings? Legal analyst Dan Eaton explains.
What this does essentially is Customs and Border Protection could block them. And that means they are stripped of their ability to seek asylum.
The Trump administration argues in its petition to the Supreme Court, in ordinary English, a person arrives in a country only when he comes within its borders. Immigrant rights groups say if people can be blocked from claiming asylum at ports of entry, they are more likely to cross illegally.
The argument is that there is an incentive to get on U.S. soil by any means necessary, in other words, illegally.
Immigrants also could drive across the border to get on U.S. soil and claim asylum inside the United States.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. And so what you have is people trying various other means of getting on U.S. soil.
Oral arguments are expected before the U.S. Supreme Court in the spring. A final ruling could come down by the end of June. At the federal courthouse, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.